Welcome to the next installment in my video lecture series for microeconomic principles. In this particular video, I'm going to be taking a look at a potential problem that could occur on test 1, and this has to do with the price elasticity of demand. And as you can see there, it's come from chapter 5, and at the very bottom you will see how the question could be worded. Please note that these numbers will change for the test. If I ask a particular question, the numbers here are just illustrative, if I could say that properly at some point. So let's read that. A brewery charges $20 for a case of beer and sells 1,000 cases in a week. The brewery then raises the price of a case of beer to $25 and sales fall to 900 cases in a week. Calculate the price elasticity of demand and interpret the result. So you will be given the formula for this. I stated in class that you needed to memorize it, but I've changed my mind, and you will just be given the formula. So if you have to calculate the price elasticity of demand, or if you've got to calculate the cross price elasticity or income elasticity, the formula will be given to you. So you just need to plug that information in, and here's the formula that is given to you. So let's start putting the information in. Q2 is the second price. So at a price of 20 cases for a case of beer, 1,000 cases were sold, and then once the price was raised to 25, 900 cases were sold. So Q2 is going to be 900. We are going to subtract off the 1,000, that was the original quantity sold. And then we will just add those two quantities together, so it is 1,000 plus 900. And let me make that look a little bit better. And for the prices, the original price was $20 a case. So we have 20 plus $25. And then we have P2, which is 25, minus P1, which is 20. So we have 25 minus 20. And let's get rid of the rest of that information. And let me make that look a little bit better. So we get that. We can reduce this down even further. So let me just copy this and bring it on down. So we have 900 minus 1,000. So we will get minus 100. In the numerator, and in the denominator we have 1,000 plus 900, so we end up with 1,900, and I'll get rid of the rest of this. Over here in the numerator we have 20 plus 25, so that gives us 45, and let me get rid of the remainder of that and center it so it looks a little bit better. And we have 25 minus 20, which gives us $5 in the denominator. And I'll center that again to make it look a little bit better. So if we break out our calculator, and remember that we have our calculator is going to be given to us. You won't be using any outside calculators. So I'm taking out my calculator, and I have negative 100. Let me clear that. Negative 100 divided by 1,900. So that equals negative 0.526. And let me make that so it's a little bit easier for everybody to see. So we have that, and that is going to be multiplied by the right-hand side. We have 45 divided by 5, which is equal to 9. So let me duplicate that. And we still have the absolute. Oh, let me get rid of that. Duplicate that and bring the absolute value signs down. Let me bring them in a little bit closer for you. So we have 0.9 negative 0.0526. We multiply that by 9. So we get negative 0.473. You could just leave it at negative 0.47. Make sure I have that. Let me escape that. Make sure I have the point there. So we have negative 0.0526 multiplied by 9, and that will give us, let me duplicate that, negative 0.47. And since it's the absolute value, we can drop that negative sign off, so it's 0.47. So the price elasticity of demand in absolute terms is equal to 0.47. All right. So when we take a look at that, we need to interpret this. So realize that the price elasticity of demand measures the change in the quantity divided by the change in the price. So the easiest way to interpret this is just to assume a 1% change in the price. So a 1% increase in the price will cause a 0.47% decrease in quantity demanded. The reason being is that it's always a negative relationship between price and quantity demanded. Also, point out, is this product elastic, or is demand elastic or inelastic? It is inelastic because the absolute value of the price elasticity of demand falls between 0 and 1. So when you get this number here, make sure when you interpret it, you tell me exactly what this coefficient means. It means that for a 1% increase in the price, we expect to see a 0.47% decrease in the quantity demanded. And because the price elasticity of demand is between, the absolute value is between 0 and 1, the demand for this product is inelastic.